Top of the morning to you. How we doing? Welcome to Top of the Morning here on Friday, January 10th. I wasn't trying to finish it there. It wasn't even trying like a big intro there. It was just more so, hey, how you doing? What's going on, toppers? Top of the morning to you, Julie. The only Julie I know with two E's. And the only Julie I care to know with two E's. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking and joining the show. Rachel, in the same regard. Good to see you. The only Rachel I know who has an A before the E with the L. Welcome and top of the morning to you. Purple Gravy in the house, 69. Yeah, I know it says groovy, but she's as smooth as gravy. I don't know if that's even an expression. It's probably not. ATH in the house. He mean mugs at the camera, but he's got a very soft heart. He's an emotional man. And he is also here today. Good to see you. DTF in the house. Why? The balls of the frog, very large. Very large. I think it represents your brain size. And of course, we cannot forget about Barbara. How you doing, Barbara? You guys, yes, are the co-hosts. We're going to have people fit in and out all day. You can't expect people to sit on here all day except like us. We can. Okay? I'm very excited to be back. I got a lot of cool things to tell you about. A lot of things I did over the past 3 days that I've dreamed about doing for my whole life. Top of the morning to you, Ash. The show is getting bigger by the day. The show is growing. I saw some people out at Universal that were like, I heard Spielberg early in his career started getting gigs and showing late to his interesting. Your balls are fine. Your balls are fine. Yeah. The lateness was having to talk to my wife and fill her in a little bit more. You know, this is the beauty of the show, right? More people actually watch this show after than they do during it. So you guys are this. You get to taste a little bit of the freshness. And yes, we do have a new cool cup of the day. We on top of the roof. Look at that. We on top of the roof while on top of the morning. Double tops. All right. So, how we doing out there? How's life? I'll be honest, man. I woke up today and I was in one of the best moods and feelings I've been in a long time. And not to say that I was down or distraught or that continuous time, but definitely there have been times this year where I'm like, man, it's tough out here for a pimp. And so, boop, boop. And so this morning I woke up, top of the morning to you, EME. And I just felt good because of the things, not only, the first check you want to do is like, am I physically good? Okay, I'm physically good. Yeah. Could my quads be bigger? Yeah, my freaking quads could be bigger. Could these biceps be bigger? No. They physically cannot. So physically, I'm feeling pretty good. In reality, I'm like, okay, I'm not battling a major life-threatening disease, nor am I congested, all this, okay? And I'll be dead honest, too. Like, usually the thing that I worry about is finances. I know that's messed up, but as the guy kind of handles all the... Not that I pay all the bills. My money pays all the bills. I just happen to handle the finances. And when you go through a tumultuous time when you're trying to figure things out, and if you've ever had up and downs in finances and stuff like that, it is extremely stressful. Like a lot of other stuff I can kind of pass to the side, you know, but when you're like, man, I gotta pay these bills, I gotta, you know, it's tough. So anybody out there who's going through it, I want you to know something. Don't fool yourself into thinking that you going through this financial hardship right now is who you are. It's not who you are. You know, who you are is somebody who's just like a lot of people right now that are having a hard financial time. There ain't nothing wrong with that. What's wrong is giving up on yourself. What's wrong is I'm a victim. The world is against me. Why I cannot do anything in this world? Ah! Don't be a bitch. Don't be a bitch. Figure out if I've said this when I had a lot of money, and I've said this when I had not a lot of money. If finances are your only issue, you're lucky. What does that mean, Carlos? The economy is great. Except today, the jobs report comes out. And here's the motherfucker about the economy. Ready? If we get too many jobs, this is the brutal thing about the economy. Wall Street doesn't like that. It says they're hiring too many people. That means they're going to be spending money. That means they're not earning money. We need to say buy lower so then the stocks drop. But the economy is great. No, the economy is great because we all have to have 3 or 4 jobs to survive. And I mean that whether you have if you're married, your husband's got to have a job, your wife's got to have a job, you got to have a job. I got to have a side gig. And I know that sucks to a lot of people, but that's just kind of how I've always lived my life. And I've never seen or never thought about the days of like having one job for 35 years. And then when you're done, they hand you the watch. Fantastic. You did it. Top of the morning to you, Last Poet. Last Poet don't even got a job, man. He just writes poems. He just writes a little poem for the people, and they pay him. They say, thank you for your words. I will ponder this. Top of the morning. You know, James can say top of the morning all the way at the top of the morning because he's in Canada. America's hat. It does sound boring to have one job throughout your whole time, but I also have a lot of respect for that too. I don't diss it. I just, because of my nature, I just can't understand it as much. My point is this. If you're dealing with financial troubles, the knowledge you have in your brain can get you a lot more money than your hands if you've been doing and if you know something really, really well. All right? Now, you may need to use your hands to type an email, but that's besides the point. I'm talking about hard work, labor. Shout out Walter Johnson. Top of the morning to ya. And yes, we are Canada's pants. And we're packing a lot of junk in there, boy. In the back and in the front. Oh, yeah. We really surprised when Canada lays down in the bed with another country, when it wants to French kiss France, when it wants to be seductive to Spain, and then Canada lays in their giant waterbed of love through countries, and it pulls down its pants, and it's packing United States Thunder in the front, chunky ass in the back. Woo-hoo. What's up, dude? Yes, the fact is, Florida is hung. I mean, you look at us. We packing. We stacking. We out here jacking. We zapping. Waterbed of Love is a great band name if you want to keep the same job. How did we get to Florida? Packing, did we? We were talking about jobs. How many got them? I got about 6. Florida's hung. Oh yeah, new people watching the show. At times I just break into an improv song. Sometimes it's cool. Sometimes it's great. Sometimes I just go, just fade off because I didn't have a rhyme for it. So, my point is this. I feel good. And I knew that I would now. And I thank each and every one of you for being here. I truly look forward to it. I was going to do the show. We wrapped early on the shoot that I had. Little Carlito dream come true. a dream come true, guys, and I'm going to talk about it. I was director of a short film and a testimonial video for Lowe's Universal Hotels, a massive operation they have going there. And I got to tell you, you ever just done something and you're like, I'm supposed to be doing this for the rest of my life? I hope you have. And if you haven't, you'll get there. You'll find a moment. I've had those a couple different times in my life, early in age and over this week. And I'll share more of that later. And I appreciate you guys smashing the like, sharing, subscribing. Take a second to subscribe. Because if you don't and still watch it, it's like paying for the pizza and not eating the last slice. You like that? I don't know why I put that on there. All right, I kind of feel like I can't not talk about this because of my connection with it. And before I move that's why we love the show, dude. Finance doesn't offend you. Florida's hung in 30 seconds. Exactly. Define you. Finance doesn't define you or offend me. And it's true. DTF, you know me very well, bro. And thank you for calling. Before we move into that, you just reminded me because DTF is down to finance his business with Comulus.net. All right. Is Sam in the house? All right, good. I didn't see you, Sam. You just snuck in there. So what does that mean? First and foremost, I got to get some good music going for this. Yes, guys, I'm still bald. I don't know if you thought I got that hair transplant yet, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do the hair transplant. I was going to get what they call a 90s Nelson cut. So it's like super long blonde hair. And then you get a twin wig with it. I actually got it. So I met with the people at, I gotta write this in, Nelson Twins Hair Transplant. Yeah, I didn't really want it to be a ticker as it's not breaking news. But so when I was looking to get a hair transplant, I was looking at some of the best places in the world. And one of them was out of San Francisco. And he was really into rock and roll. Now, I wanted pure, beautiful, long blonde hair. I looked at him and I said, I've never had long blonde hair. Let me see here. Getting a hair transplant. I want people, can you please share this? Because before I go into this, I want people to, that you guys are into this, share it now and then say, look at this crazy dude, he's about to get a hair transplant. Okay, here we go. So we'll start the segment right now. So after I met with Nelson Hair Transplant out of San Francisco, they had done the hair transplant system for some of the most amazing rockers in the world. Sebastian Bach, Davey Smith, Rugged Rhodes, some of the best in the world. And I've always dreamed of having like long hair, long, beautiful, long, like rocker hair. I've never been able to get that. Every time I've wanted a haircut, a barber has shut me down. When I wanted to have Flat Top's haircut from the Dick Tracy movies, they said, the barber said, you don't have that hair, kid. And I was like, I don't even know what that means. And then I wanted to, like Boys to Men, I wanted to have like a flat top with the thing there. And once again, the barber said, man, you ain't got that hair. Shit. So, yeah, I basically said I'll go straight rocker, and here I am. This is not exactly what it's gonna look like, but it is like a model of it, and I think it looks pretty good. And yeah, I'm making payments $69 a month until 2069, and other than that, it's gonna be pretty awesome. So, thank you. No, Nelson twins. Look it up, Sam. Look it up. Moving on. Moving on. Here we go. What do we got here? What do we got here? Check it. Why? Like the new style. Julie, I don't know if you know, the kids love the messy look. They like, yes, it is $69 a month for 69 months, or 69% a month until 2069. What's in the cup? What's in the cup? What's in the cup? What's in the cup? Where's my Carlos clip? Where's my Carlos clip? Clips of the day. Here we go. Ooh. Ah. Ready? Ready? Boom. The Comulus.net cup of the day is brought to you by my little, what are those? My dirty nails. Am I a homeless person? Am I digging through trash at night? What is going on here? Oh God, these are even worse. Am I eating pudding with my fingernails? Ooh, okay, so I'm gonna back it up. Okay? So here we go. Universal Studios cup. Got it yesterday. Now, why do I get my cups? Huh? Why do I buy my cups? Top of the morning to you, Sunset John. We were wondering where you were. Yeah, I think so. I forget. I'm shoving them in there. They let you shoot a short film for them just so you would have... Exactly, DTF. Marta! Her name is Miss Marta. She doesn't like a profile pic. Her name is Miss Marta. She doesn't like a profile pic. She says, I don't want a profile pic. I'd rather get me an M. That's sign language for an M. This is sign language for the N letter. I believe this is O. I don't really know. Oh. Anyway, Marta, we want you to have a profile pic. It would be nice if you got it by 6. If you don't, we don't care. We welcome everyone with wild hair. Let's go to the show. Karen Connects knows how to go. Go to Shags. That's her lovely bag. I look like MacGruber. Carlos looks like a MacGruber. Today is a fun Friday show for those who don't know. We gotta keep the fun so I can go all the way to the next show. Ho, ho. Gonna have a Friday show, top of the morning to you. Deo. Deo. I think I'm gonna get a hair transplant one day. Why not, right? Why not? You know, Joe Dirt, for it being a small movie, he really made his mark, wouldn't you say? Right? Right? All right. So, I hate to shift out of, well, I don't know if I want to shift into like something super serious, but I kind of feel like it's kind of hard not to talk about it. I don't know. My butt hair. My butt hair. My butt hair. You guys want to talk about play a news clip, talk about the wildfires, talk about the devastation there, or do you guys want to talk about something totally different, have some fun with birthdays? It's up to you. It's up to you guys. You guys are my co-hosts. And Purple Gravy, you are so naughty. So naughty. And yes. Are you ready? I'm just saying. Boom. Boom. Maybe it is. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Behind that code, that unhide this one. That's it's a pretty gross statement. But I just did do that, so. Hey, the Magic won last night? I went to bed kind of early. I went to bed a little early last night. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to play this because I think we got to talk about this. Boom, 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 boom. Billy didn't come in today again, guys. Yep. I am seriously considering firing him. Seriously considering firing him. All right. So, what did you say? Paolo is back? That's awesome. Paolo's back. All right, guys, let's check it out. Let's check it out. And once again, guys, if you're watching this later on, thank you so much for watching this. The majority of you guys do watch this later on. You can't catch it live. I totally get that. Make sure to subscribe and like. It does help out. Majority of you that are watching aren't subscribed. So it does help out. I'm trying to talk about a lot of different things today and going across the board. I know Billy again, Rachel, it's crazy. And I thought a lot about this too, of how I will cover serious topics. Cause it's not like I can't, I'm trying to majority. I live by the 80-20 theory. Like, so, a majority of the time I'm not going to talk about like super serious stuff, but then there's stuff like this, like the wildfires that are just so ever present. And I have a connection to LA. I've been there quite a bit, and I've literally been in the areas that they're no longer there. And so I do want to talk about it. And if you're kind of, once again, kind of learning a little bit more about me because you've never seen me before, you've never jumped on any of the other shows or seen me. Yeah, I kind of talk about some serious stuff sometimes, but it's not going to be the main thing. It's more of a talking about it, sharing it. So especially I was thinking about you guys that I'm sure you want to have a place to talk about it. So yeah, let's do it. Before I go into that, did you wear a hat while directing? Of course I wore. I wore this hat, a Universal hat, while I was all around Lowe's Universal property, and I just kept thinking to myself, boy, little Carlitos would be so fun right now. It's so much fun directing. I have a whole video I was going to show you guys, but I didn't have enough time to put it together. And it really is going to be kind of cool. Something I want to talk about a little bit more further in depth, and kind of to talk about the fires and then jump into that is not what I want to do. I'd rather talk about the fires, and we can talk about some Macy shutting down, a couple other different things, and I'll tell you a little bit more about my day. But I did want to get this off my chest. This was going on while we were filming. And I do have actually some Savannah Bananas news too. So more about that later too. But yes, EME. I'll always wear a hat while directing. Spielberg did, so I'm doing it. All right. So let us play this. This is a news clip from one of the CBS News Los Angeles. And this is the most recent clip that I saw on their YouTube.
8 is the amount of aircraft that we have in the region right now to be able to help deal with these fires. And we'll show you my computer when we get a second and we're able to. But it's just really remarkable how much is here. And we've had these new starts. We had the one in Running Canyon last night. We had this one today. And they're really able to so quickly get a handle on it because we've got so many aircraft. I don't ever recall a time where I have seen so many firefighting aircraft in our skies here, and here with the ability to help with everything that is going on. So because of the hard work and the good work that those guys have been doing, that is why we were able to get a hold of this Kenneth fire before it got into any homes. It really cut through a ravine kind of right in here between the Hidden Hills and the Mountain View communities, where I was worried because every time it gets into ravines, and I'm talking about this ravine right here, every time it gets into ravines, we get concerned because those ravines back up obviously right to homes, and they've got vegetation in them, and there's always that concern.
So this is, let's see here, we got a little bit more here.
The deadly LA wildfires have not only taken lives and destroyed more than 1,000 structures, homes, and businesses, but it's also turning the California landscape into a hellscape. CBS's Tom Hansen reports on the Los Angeles sites that are recognizable around the world.
Landing in LA, the view from the plane was ominous. Smoke from the Palisades fire melding with the clouds nearly blocked.
Now, I've done this before. I've flown into LA, flown out of LA while fires were going. And I remember thinking similar to, people thinking about hurricanes in Florida, where like people think the entire state of Florida is under, when, you know, if you don't really pay attention to it, and that's not the case. It's usually one affected area or a large affected area. So I've always been like, man, I've never really seen, I saw once, I think, like a fire on the side of a road, but not too much. So this is a really super scary sight to see, for sure.
Blocking out the sun. Fire threatening the landmarks many Americans have come to know from TV and in movies. Smoke billowing above Santa Monica's iconic pier and amusement park.
Look at this, our house.
While flames crept dangerously close to the Getty Villa, home to more than 40,000 priceless works of art. The museum spared by an extensive effort to clear brush.
Oof.
The normally stunning Pacific Coast Highway unrecognizable.
Okay,
fire raging on both sides, destroying
right there.
business.
Okay, that's a moment. I was watching this thing on the Mayans or something like that. I don't know, but it was talking about how right there, the Getty Images. For those who don't know, Getty Images is, you look at the images as Getty Images, your most copywritten pictures they have, that it's endless. I don't know the whole history of it, but they've been around for a long ass time. And so the fires were about to destroy the Getty Images, I guess, you know, compound. And what made me think of this here is how many times, and it would have ruined countless priceless, one-of-a-kind images that would be gone forever, right? Would they be here digitally? Sure, but maybe even some of those have never even been digitized, right? And you think about how many times that has happened in history, not just American history, but history all around the world, South American history, European history, where full-blown civilizations have happened. And then in one crew, everything is gone and life moves forward. And if it doesn't build, it's gone. Think about what we've lost, what history, what time has lost along the way, what things could have been created, but by the efforts of natural disasters and unfortunately human, you lose what could be information and things that we could never find again.
Brush. The normally stunning Pacific Coast Highway, unrecognizable. Fire raging on both sides, destroying businesses and homes, including the Real Inn, a Malibu seafood destination for celebrities, locals, and visitors alike. Gone after nearly 4 decades. Further east, Palisades Charter High School went up in flames. It was the backdrop for movies like Freaky Friday and Carrie. While in Pasadena, an evacuation warning from the Eaton fire was issued for the area around the Rose Bowl. And several TV productions have been halted. That includes Grey's Anatomy. It includes Jimmy Kimmel. In addition to that, the LA Zoo closed today because of those high winds. Nora?
Concerned about that?
That is a pretty damn good breakdown of a lot of stuff. I mean, they really didn't even go into the cities and see it happen. It's devastating, and it is the majority of reasons why people were so concerned about climate change. It just is, you know. How much could be done to prevent it, but we're living in it, right? Like, I'm a 90s kid, okay? And they warned us in the 90s, and pretty much ever since then. They being nerdy scientists who all they care about is weather and the earth. And some people are like, no, they got agendas. And so what happens is this time last year, there was torrential floods in LA, and because it was so much rain. And I just see, it's kind of odd. It's not odd. It's eerie. It's like, oh shit, this is what they said to us in school. They said, oh, you're going to deal with really bizarre weather situations. And this isn't that bizarre because, essentially, a lot of people said, boy, this is at any point in time, this could happen. Why? LA is so dry. It rarely rains there. That's a nice feature of LA, and so remember, guys, like, imagine the worst hurricane ever, Hurricane Andrew happening. I don't think that's the worst one, but that's just like one of the biggest ones I remember. And then add some fire to it. I know the winds are different, but we're talking about winds that were gusting at almost 100 miles per hour that would then ignite the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. They hadn't had rain in a while. I know there's reports of, budget cuts and I guess the mayor of LA was in like some African country, which why the hell is the mayor of LA in some African country, like just like on the city's dime? Get the fuck out of here. Stay in your city. And so I think my bigger point here is this. We worry about a lot of shit day to day. I know I do. I know we all do. We think about this. We think about that. Oh, what do you think? Oh, 5 years from now. Oh, we got to make sure. And then this thing comes along, boom, and you don't think about any of that shit. You just think about getting some of the shit you need and getting out. Right? It's amazing how quickly you adjust and your priorities and what you think about adjust when you're under huge scrutiny, scarcity or danger. And a fire, man, that's got to be just so terrifying. So terrifying. Okay, well, maybe the mayor did go, Bradley, to Africa to see if the rain fell down in Africa. Oh, man. Grey's Anatomy, yes, DTF, is still filming. I'll tell you why I knew this. I was watching, and that goes to show how little work is being done in California. Okay? If Grey's Anatomy and Jimmy Kimmel were the only major production shut down in what should be about 10 other productions, oh, by the way, this is going to crumble Not the cookie. Hold on. I'm going to put something very salacious here. Billy would normally be doing this for me, my producer, but I guess his family's in California and the house. It's like every time something happens in the news, he's somehow connected to it. This will crumble them. There we go. That's good. There we go. And there. This will crumble them. This is going to crumble the entertainment industry. It was already on its last, basically, legs. Remember, the industry was super. TV shows, movies, everything was being filmed out of California, out of LA. That is the main hub. You walk downtown LA, it's a ghost town, like most downtown areas. So basically, on top of that, just like that, thousands of homeowners are dropped by insurance on top of that. And top of the morning to you, Rachel. And the fact is this, a lot of them moved out, and they were hoping for a revitalization. What was the revitalization? Ready? A tax incentive based through Los Angeles and a bigger California. But try getting a tax incentive through now when you're trying to figure out how to pay for these properties that have no insurance, that have no value at this point other than the land. Does it reset the whole market? Maybe, right? You know what I'm saying? Does it reset that now people can buy a house because you got to put a house, you got to put this in? Or do people rush in and land grab like they did in Hawaii? I don't know. Top of the morning to you, E-Fresh. Everybody's saying top of the morning to you. I have my coffee here. How about this? Donald Trump. This is your chance, bro. Donald Trump, you ready? This is your chance. Can I get Donald on the line? Billy, Sam, can you help me get Donald on the line? Can you please help me get Donald on the line? Because I want to get him on the line to see what we can do. All right? I'm going to get him on the line. The president doesn't like coming on the show unless I play like very fancy music. He likes fancy music, so I'm not going to disappoint him. I'm playing his music, okay? Because I got to ask him a question how we can not crumble them, okay? And make sure I get it here. This is our fancy. There it is. There it is. Very fancy. All right, cool. All right, cool. All right, are we getting him in? Okay, he's on the line. Is he on the line? Okay, let me just get before I talk to him. Yes, this is an interview with the president. Mm-hmm. All right. Yep, I'll have that. I'm gonna have that done. Okay. All right, here we go. Guys, we got is he the president now? I guess he's not. The irony, whatever. Look, I'm just trying to do a show, man. DTF. When I tell you I got connections, I got connections. Okay? Because let's do this. Let's see. Oh, he's at. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, calling all the way from Mar-a-Lago. Ladies and gentlemen, the president of the United States, Mr. President Donald Trump. It's good to see you, Carlos. It's fantastic to see you. I am excited to be king again and to have everyone love me. I'm sure you are, President Trump. I have a question for you, sir. Unfortunately, there's a lot of really bad things. I guess I don't have to do this anymore. Unfortunately, there is a lot of bad things happening right now. LA is being devastated. And it's really horrific what's happening. It is horrific. I don't like it. Once I get in there, I'm going to do everything I can to stop those fires. And that's it, right? You want to do everything you can. I got an idea. What is it, Carlos? You've got fantastic ideas. You've got top of the morning, number one, most interactive, out of the world, funniest show in the world. It's truly fantastic. It's fantastic. Thank you, President Trump. There's no other show like this. People are trying to imitate, trying to copy, but they won't do it, will they? Will they? Oh, no way, no how. Top of the morning, number one. All right, now that I've kissed your butt a little bit and buttered you up a little bit, President, right? You like that? You like that? I do like that. It's number one with me, number one with me. Will you do this for me? Anything for you, Carlos? Will you ask Elon Musk, who is worth $200 billion, to give the American people like 3 billion of it? Like 3 billion of it? I love this idea. I think I will ask Ilani Mani. I call him Ilani Mani. Hello, yes. Yes, it's me, Elon, yes. Hey, Elon! Dude, I was just talking about you, Elon. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Elon to the show. Yes, it is, yes. It is, me, yes, You don't have to talk that much, Elon. I know it's kind of uncomfortable to hear you talk. I'm not mad at you. I love the car. I love the rockets. Let's get my brother-in-law has your car. Okay, shout out to Ryan. Yes, I love it. Ryan is good. He has my car and I like him. Hey, Elon. Yes, Trumpy Wumpy. Elani Mani, I have a question for you, my baby sugar baby. What is it, my Trumpy Dumpy? Will you give $3 billion to the American people so we can get Los Angeles back, please? You're the fantastic most best. I have I can see if with Tesla the quarterlies when they just do it. Let's talk about this later, shall we? Sounds good. Thank you, guys. Look, the fact that you are considering this is huge. Do you mind if I tell the news outlets that you guys have been discussing this and that maybe Elon is going to give $3 billion? Because, I mean, right, that's how it works, right? Like, the guy has $200 billion. And he's made them on the back of the American people. Trump, this is kind of where I want you to be the strong man, right? Kind of pull a little Duarte, pull a little, and tell him you're doing it. Okay, I like that. So you're telling me to be a strong man, Carlos? Just for this. Don't get crazy. Stop being strong man for every single issue, okay? Trumpy Dumpy. I like that name, Trumpy Wumpy. I like it too, but I only like it when Elon calls me that. Trumpy Dumpy, the consideration of the Trumpy. I'll see you later. I have to go play Diablo. Just consider it. Just consider it. Have a great day. You too, top of the morning. Whoa, that was a big get, guys. I'm sorry, I was not. That was a big get, guys. Super big get. Super big get, guys. That was... Yes! Yes! Oh, man. I didn't think I would get, like, one of the biggest presidents. At this point, I'm not going to ask him, DTF. He does what he does. You think I want to get a knock at the door? I'm playing the game, dude. I'm playing the game, bro. Playing the game. I interrupted his Diet Coke, exactly. Look, you know what the funny thing is? anyone else here at the eggshells, when I was on terrestrial radio, yes, I was literally told, don't talk about Trump. Don't. Guess what? I'm going to talk about him on my show. Because ultimately, this ain't political. I'm not trying to give you an agenda. I genuinely want to make you laugh and entertain. And if I pop up a little joke that makes a point, okay. Podcast media sneaking in the back door like a Sunday morning hangover patron at a church service, 6 a.m. Good to see you. I would love to say I worked on it, but it's quite frankly, that's what I hear. That's what I hear. Yeah, I remember that meeting. Like the higher ups were like, don't do it, it's dangerous. Our audience. And now I'm like, what really is so crazy? Backdoor media. Remember Santa's Exit, that big film? Oh, waiting on snow here. Podcast media bragging about his snow. Hey, Charlie Brown, don't go dancing in the snow. I don't know why I called you Charlie Brown. Have we all subscribed to Podcast Media's podcast? Yes? Okay. They're funny. They do a lot of stuff over there. Do the damn thing over there. Once again, shout out to Comulus. Save now at comulus.net. Big sponsors of the show, as well as Famous Faces and Funnies. I don't want it to be a ticker. I want it to be more than just a ticker. The Land Boxing and Fitness. I'm just showing love to our sponsors. Little early for the cocaine, isn't it, podcast? Oh, I get the snow reference. I like it. I like it. Hey, Evan's in the house. Good to see you. Informer, you know, son of a man. I like it, boom, boom now. Free the net, just join the show, and I'm a happy endness. I like it, boom, boom now. I like it, boom, boom now. Was he the first guy to talk about booty? Was he the first? I like it, boom, boom now. Of course, we got to show love to the Drain Doctor, plumbinganddrain.com. The doctor comes around, he sticks his snake down your drain. Downtown, he pulls hair and nasty stuff. Every now and then you're gonna say, But he will clean your drains all day. $50 off the best price, eh? That's what he does. Tom's his name. Give him a call. Here's the number. Make it ring. It is 352-272-7727. It's 352-272-7727. Drain Doctor Plumbing and Drain.com. Drain Doctor Plumbing and Drain.com. .com for your mom on the rom-com home. Oh man, roll that clip. So I'm glad. I love that you immediately. I just called the local plumber. Was pretty upset. It wasn't the drain. Don't do that. You know what? Call Tom. He might make the trip. He is a fan. He is a G. I'm telling you right now. Just because Drain Doctor, plumbinganddrain.com, services many other areas. What I am willing to bet is that if you call up Tom and you're like, yo, Tom, I live in Apopka. I live over here. And he's like, yo, man, you're a topper? I'm there. Boom. And you're there. tutti frutti, good booty. Little Richard, tutti frutti, good booty. Little Richard, tutti frutti, booty, looty. I guess you're right, Purple Gravy. Richard, tutti frutti for the booty. Tutti frutti, I booty. Tutti frutti, I booty. Ooh, tutti frutti, I booty. That's what the song was, right? All right. Let us move on. When I told the local plumber my issue, he was confused. I don't. What did you? Is there? I think Elon's never gonna answer a question on the show fully. I fully don't think he ever will. I did want to talk about this. I mean, it's a weird show today, guys. And remember, guys, every dollar you give to the show, whether you're a member, whether it's a super thanks, goes to Badge. Oh shit, I look nothing like Badge right now. I look more like Badge. Oh, hey guys. It's me, Carlos. The pale, sad, bald dad with glasses and asthma. Boy, he's really tired and just getting here. Can I just get in a little circle? Hi. Yes, Jay. One film I'm coming up in is called Badge. It's a look on the lives of dads with really bad respiratory afflictions. And it starts with me in the morning when I sometimes have to do 2 puffs of my asthma puffer. Yes, I do. I do have an alter ego. This is me, Bradley, co-founder of Badge. I don't have my buffer with me, but I'm faking it. Okay, ready? And this is your boy Los. Cool as hell, yeah, Cool Carlos, he don't have asthma. He can breathe in and out all day. Watch this. Did I blow down your trinkets in your house? You should have put them there with Velcro. My lung power generates nuclear power plants. Oh yeah, mommy. I tell you right now, mommy. I tell you right now, mommy. I tell you right now. That $1.99. Going to get my daughter a drink today at the trampoline park. Okay? Here we go. 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 Number one. Number one. Lungs in the morning. Number one. Lungs in the morning. Number one. Lungs in the morning. It's the number one lungs in the morning. You know what? I'll tell you one thing. Carlos, that guy is good folks. He got the number one. The number one. The number one. Lungs in the morning. Number one. Number one. Number one. Lungs in the morning. I like Carlos. He's from New York. No, it's not true. He's a Florida guy. But he's got the number one. Lungs in the morning. Lungs in the morning. Thank you guys for that song. Oh! I can't forget Fang. But Fang, I gotta remember Fang. a good one. I like it. All right. So I saw this news. It's kind of a very newsy show today. Very newsy show. They might start calling us the top news show. I don't want that title. I don't want that title. Breaking news. Breaking news. Macy's is closing 66 more stores. All right. We all liked Obama. He was a good mix of everything. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, call off the hunt. Now, Crystal, you're definitely somebody that we think could get lost on a trail. Like, you are obviously a hiker, but thank you for donating to the Fang Train. That's a slice of pizza. Rachel, I know, it's a great store. Oh, good. I'm glad you like the current events. I know, Rachel, that you're a Macy's kind of girl. They got style, they got pizzazz. You know, not too overpriced. But yeah, Macy's is closing its store, and it is a little sad, I gotta be honest. No, I'll be honest, I'm not that sad. Now, can we talk about it? Right now, I want you to write in. When was the last time you went to Macy's? I like DTF shouting out Burdines because at one point in time, little Carlitos Navarro had a beautiful maroon Burdines suit as a 12-year-old. And I think what most people don't understand is that the silk shirt back in the day was top tier. And if you showed up at a dance and you weren't wearing a silk shirt, you might as well been a poor person living in the streets in the 90s. You've never... I have heard of... Okay, I was like, I thought you said you never heard of Macy's. I was like, Sun State. Breaking news. Live with your news anchor, Mr. Los. Yeah, you know what's funny is when I talked about, I take this show and then I chop it up and then I find parts that I think are interesting and then I put it out on the YouTube channel. And then people that don't know me find the show. And that's why some of you who are on here never knew me before. Some of you obviously did, but you guys are chilling here. And if you didn't know me before, please leave a comment. I do read every single comment. I no longer put really anything on Facebook to promote this. So I know that hurts me on the front end, but I want it on the back end. I'm down with it. I would love a to the top of the morning hiking trip. That is in the works for sure. Guys, I am... Oh, did all Burdines turn into Macy's? Is that like Barnett Bank turning into Bank of America? Could be. I don't know. I would not be surprised when the Merritt Island closed. Yeah, I think so too. So a little info on this. Let's talk about it. Macy's is closing. You know what? Here we go. Ready? We're going to start the segment. And I want you guys to start the segment pumping out those comments. See here, Altamont Springs. All right, 2 weeks ago. Barbara was just at Malone. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to start it now, but I'm going to put up a nice little banner. Macy's is closing. Because I did what I was going to say was I did a video on Big Lots, and it got a lot of views. It did really well, and it brought a lot of people over. I could see the subscribers that came over from that video. So I will probably do this with that as well. You were at the one on December 23rd in Altamont? All right, here we go. I hate to break it to you. Here we go. I'm going to do my little news thing here. So in 3, 2, 1. We'll do it live. All right? We'll do it live. In 3, 2, 1. We'll do it live. Macy's is closing. Yeah, I know it's been saying that for a while, but 66 stores is part of this bold new chapter plan with liquidation sales set to start in January, the retail confirmed. Why does this matter? Well, the struggling department chain is getting smaller and it continues to deal with declining sales. Ever heard of a little company called Amazon? I don't know. They basically deliver to your door anything, even an elephant egg. So Macy's last February, said it planned to shutter 150 stores by the end of 2026. About a third of its locations. The retailer also said it's leaning into its high-end brand. Oh, look at me, Gucci, these, Hermes, ooh, Hermes, They plan to invest in the 350 go forward Macy's locations. I have no idea what that means. Tony Spring, Macy's chair. Hi, I'm Tony Spring. I'm Macy's chair. Please don't sit on me. I love hearing from these rich-ass CEOs who are such losers that they don't have a life and all they do is maintain these dying businesses. Like, imagine that. I shouldn't diss Tony Spring. I don't know how Tony Spring lives his life. Tony Spring could be a sweet man, but he said in a statement, he said this: I don't know what to do. I'm going crazy here, man. No, he didn't say that. Quote, he said, to allow us to focus on our resources and prioritize investments in our go-forward stores. So you know what that says to me? Yeah, we're going to focus on the online shit, and then we're going to fire all the employees. Exactly what Andrew Yang said about AI and technology, which was happening, which is basically the immediate rushing of figuring out how to Tony Spring not as cool as Tony Stark. Yeah, E-Fresh. If I was Tony Spring, the CEO of Macy's, I'll tell you one thing I would not do is keep that name Spring. I would change it to Stark. Now, the industry not doing too good in general, because here's the big picture thing. The department store sector, not doing good. Now, I'm a guy who goes to department stores. I like walking in. I like it. How you doing? And all that stuff. Not a lot of people do these days. They just buy the shit and then return it on Amazon, right? So they're struggling to compete with nimbler big box chains. Do you know what that means? These big box chains, they can jump from here to there. They're big boxes, but they can go here. They can go, what the fuck does nimbler? Who writes nimbler unless you're discussing a villain that nimbles on its victims? So, fast food retailers, digital competitors, the industry has seen the bankruptcies of stalwart chains. I like that word, stalwart nimbler. You know what? When you meet me next time, I want you to say, hello, what is your name? I said, my name is Stalwart Nimbler. Good to meet you. And I have a quarter share of the J.C. Penney, whatever. All right. So, what does that mean? Oh my gosh. Guess what? The industry has seen bankruptcies from Sears, from J.C. Penney, and Neiman Marcus. Guys, hear me again. The stores that you're going into, majority of them, they're dead on arrival. They make no money. They're being held up by the stock market and CEOs that are just slowly watching them die. And not just retail guys. Most major media companies are dying. Radio, TV, and film. Other than the gigantic juggernaut conglomerates that have billions of not only U.S. money, but outside influences as well. That is where we are at. Plain and simple. And if you don't see it, you're just falling for it. So you need to invest in yourself. Now, of course, we need corporations. Of course, we need companies. Of course, we need all those things. But don't allow a corporation that's not making a goddamn dime to suck the life out of you while they're sitting back and about to. The same guy, Tony Spring? Tony Spring. I'm Tony Spring. I'm Tony Spring. Yes. Shop local family business. Shop here. That's why every single company here is a small business that sponsors Top of the Morning. All right. I want you guys to know that. And then you guys got like, and then Tony Spring, good old Tony Spring. Hi, I'm Tony Spring. I'm really going hard at Tony Spring. He may be a Boy Scout leader, but then again, that could be bad too. So here we go. Sears, J.C. Penney, and Neiman Marcus, bankruptcy. And ready for the big one? Uh-oh. Kohl's is closing. Oh, I should change that banner because I just totally tripped out a lot of people. Kohl's is closing. Oh my God, ladies, with your fat pocketbook full of Kohl's cash that you've been sitting on because you thought you were going to buy that fancy dress with that Kohl's cash. Well, guess what? Yes, Miss Peacock, top of the morning, beautiful picture of you, but you better spend that Kohl's cash before it just turns into what it really is, a long-ass receipt, okay? Now, where will you drop off your Amazon stuff now? Oh, DTF is scared. Where? And then Son State John says, what is Kohl's? That's a quote, folks. Kohl's. Oh, man. All right. Now, here we go. Kohl's announced Thursday was closing 27 stores by April. 27. In early 2020, before the pandemic, Macy's Inc., which includes, by the way, Bloomingdale's, said it would close around 125 stores, a fifth of its locations. Macy's fell short of its target and closed 80 namesake stores. Last year, it closed another 5 stores. Now we got liquidation sales going on. Macy's confirmed that the clearance sales will begin in January and will run approximately 8 to 12 weeks. Most furniture galleries, freestanding backstages, clearance sales will begin in February and will run approximately. Yo, you know what I want? You know what I want? I want to buy some mannequins, bro. Hell yeah. You know why I want to buy some mannequins? Because what if a mannequin comes alive? Right? Huh? Like the movie Mannequin. She's hot. She's sexy. She kisses so good. No, ladies, I'm not leaving you out. And my gay friends either. We will pick up plenty of hot-ass dude mannequins. We will talk to the scientists from Weird Science and some sort of voodoo god. They will connect. And then we can have some sort of hot-ass mannequin. That's what I'm going to buy, but I'm not willing to pay any more than $100 or maybe $69 for my new chic mannequin. Okay? But until then, we will continue with the story. So, Macy's store closing. Guys, are you wondering? Are you wondering? Oh my gosh. We're here in Florida. Now, if you're watching this somewhere else, if you're watching this in California, well, good luck. I pray for you guys out there. If you're watching this anywhere else other than Florida, look it up. But honestly, if you don't want to, you can actually just say, hey, where you're from, and I got a list here. So, and I can look it up. Because if you really love your Macy's, like Rachel's like, no. Where am I going to find my beautiful dresses at a great price? I know, I'll go to Kohl's. Oh, no. Rachel's so sweet that she actually talks like that. Very Dorothy. Oh, my gosh. Oh, I need water. About to pass out. Well, guys, I almost passed out. Okay, cool. Here's the Macy's Florida close. Here we go. Is Altamont store staying open? We're going to find out here. And is the Altamont store staying open? No, it is not. I'm sorry, Rachel. I'm sorry, not this Rachel, different Rachel. You know, E-Fresh is the kind of guy that don't matter. He said, you know what? I don't care if Macy's is on their knees, okay? I don't care if Macy's is on their knees. I'm going to kick them while they're on their knees. Hey, Macy's, look up. Wapata! You're expensive, too. I had a Macy's card, I think. I know I got a Kohl's card. So what I'm hoping, they go out of sale, and I keep all that Kohl's stuff. and I don't pay for it. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. So let's continue with this here. Boom. To finish it out. But yeah, basically all the stores in Florida are closing. They're closing them in Denver. They're closing them in Los Angeles. Well, I think they close them in Los Angeles anyway. It is it's a sign of the times for sure. You know, if you can't admit that, you're a little bit naive. But really, how do you revitalize, you know, something like a store like that? How do you revitalize something that was done? You know, the things that this is why they're closing. Once again, these greedy ass people at the top, not top of the morning, but these greedy ass businessmen, and I'm sure some women in the mix, they're like, no, we can't build 2 Kohls. We have to build 60 Kohls. We can't have 5 Macy's. We have to have 100 Macy's. It is just so, in the history of time, you can see it time and time again. If you're older, if you're my age too, where you're just 44, or if you're even in your 30s, you're not really going to remember it. But Sears was the moment. It was the moment. Sears was the store you went to. You know, there was Kmart was huge. I know it sounds silly to say because it's totally gone now. You know what? Warbucks. What is it? Not Warbucks. What am I thinking of? My point is this. It is time and time again that giant retail companies, it's a cycle. And if you don't watch what you do and grow correctly, like Walmart has, even Walmart can get eaten up. Amazon could have eaten up Walmart. They had them, but Walmart jumped out there and really did their online stuff right, and they figured it out. But these other companies, when you see them growing so fast and you see them popping up everywhere, the reason this is happening is not because, wow, if we get this store up today, we're going to start making money immediately. No. These people pitch it to the board and say, hey, if we make this in 5 years, we will start turning a profit. And if we get 2 more stores by that time, and they give all these fancy projections and all this bullshit, and then it never works out. And then you hire a bunch of people and they dedicate their lives to these companies and they work themselves to the bone. And then next thing you know, that you get an email the next day and it's like, we're shutting down 60 stores, but don't worry, Tony Spring will get his exit package of $1 million. Amazon will kill CVS Pharmacy. I think you are right. Eckerd's, remember that used to be around before? Walgreens used to be around before. The blue light special. Everything happens in cycles, including everything happening in your life. Everything happens in a cycle, and they reach a point, and then it comes back around. Now, the cycle will happen again. There's going to be some other company that thinks, that they have this. Oh, by the way, the reason they're building all those stores is because the people at the top, they get a cut of all those businesses, the construction, the licensing, the retail stuff in their pocket. Oh yeah, build more. We need to build more. Yeah. They don't care about the business. They don't care about the integrity of the people that work there. And I'm talking about the real top tier decision-making people that we don't encounter every single day. It just seems like, what the F, man? What the F are we doing here? To see Macy's closing, Kohl's closing, Sears closing. These are major stores that for how long were operating knowing they weren't making any money. Shame on them. It's a big ass game. 100%. Big ass game. As much as I love Obama, as much as I know this is like totally left field, but like at Jimmy Carter's funeral, you know, sadly, you know, obviously the man lived a whole life, 100 years old, dude is amazing. That has nothing to do with this, but there is Trump and Obama sitting next to each other, chilling, talking, laughing. A month ago, they said this guy was Hitler, to be afraid of him. This is what I don't like. I don't like people messing with people's emotions and people messing with I don't know, man. I really see all this shit as a big ass fucking game. And so that's why you protect yourself, you protect your family, you be good to others, you be good. You make sure you look out for you and your family first before you start working that extra hour at a corporation that probably isn't making a goddamn dime, but they should make sure that you're fucking clocking in. All right? Don't forget that shit. Don't forget that shit. All right? Truly, man, there are plans to bankrupt these companies, hedge funds short them and make money. Exactly, EME. You got the same people making the decisions to go grow this company. Yeah, we're going to grow this company. And they know we can't sustain that. 100%. 100%. That is the point, Purple Gravy. That is the point. I've worked for Target. I've worked for Sears in a sense. I've worked for. Why is my daughter calling me in the middle of the day? I don't know. I've worked for different. It's not about corporations or a company or hourly work. It's not about that. It's just about the respect to those people that they trade in their time. And then what I'm talking about is that top layer. They know this shit is dead. We're slowly weaning you off and we will make our millions until you're slowly done. Right? You know, once again, man, the show, I'll go off on a tangent. I didn't know. And in the world that we have today, we need great corporations. We do. I am not. Reacción. Saca la corporations. Libertad. Libertad. No, I like corporations. I just did a great gig with the corporation. They were fantastic. Went with Lowe's Universal yesterday. Literally working with a corporation where I was interviewing people and asking them their experience and seeing how they feel. And when a company, a big corporation takes care of you, that's awesome. But it's about 20% of them. And the 80% of them could give two shits if you caught the monkeypox on a subway on the way to your mom's funeral. Did you get to work that day? Well, I see here that you actually missed. You were 5 minutes late. Yeah, well, I had traffic. Yeah, we're going to have to dock your pay on that. Here are the guidelines here at Beverly and Seth. It's a great family corporation. Get out of here. Get out of here. Bernie's been talking about these things for years, but instead we get corporate Democrats that are completely lost to the average American 100%. Just like in the 80s. And kind of there's more conservative Republicans now, like truly almost religious conservative Republicans now. And back in the day in the 80s, what you would call a hardline kind of corporate Republican, almost like a neocon, right? And that's what the Democratic Party has turned into, sadly. It is a bunch of, and 100%, I could go well into the Republican Party and tell you all the problems on that too. I'll tell you right now, I am a liberal thinking person with a lot of conservative ideas. I listen to both sides. I have feelings about certain people, but ultimately it's a fucking game. So don't believe the bullshit that any of those people are feeding you, other than when you get down to your local politics and connected to you. But that top tier federal, like national, that's all a game. It's all a game. And so focus on your local government, people that really yeah, I think if we went down the line, though, pretty much, it's not other than, yeah, that'd be a whole nother show for a whole nother day, I guess. I just, local politics where you can actually meet your politicians, you can meet your mayor, you can meet, these are good people, man. Of course, you can have some shitty councilmen, some shitty, community leaders as well, but this is where it's going to affect you the most. Okay. I know I'm not a moderate. I'm definitely extreme in many many ideas. So I 100%. I'm still a Democrat. I still would lean towards the Democratic Party, and I would even run for them. But they just got to get their shit figured out. I mean, it seems like a no-brainer. Seems like legalize weed, boom. That's one. Yeah, we're with you. We don't want any felons that are immigrants in this country. Yeah, get them out too. Yeah, we're with you on that. Okay, cool. Can we see that same side? Okay, cool. Yeah, we don't want anybody that's coming into our country that's a criminal. Yeah, okay. You better take me inside a Target with you because now you can't go to Kohl's. Yeah, look, once you go, the higher you get on the game of politics, the dirtier it gets. The fact of the matter is the majority of these politicians who are the highest levels, majority of their day is spent fundraising, calling people to give them money. Why, you ask? And why is this different? Why does it feel different than it did back in the day? Then I can assume how if you're in your 60s or 70s, you felt like, you know what? I don't feel as bad about my politicians. They've been there, they've done some work, whatever. Well, it's called Citizens United. And it was enacted, I believe, in 2010, around there, where a corporation can give, essentially, it's a person now. That corporation we were talking about now is a person. It can donate as much as it wants to and create these PACs. And so in order to win an election, similar to like a sports team, right? Look, Juan Soto got paid $750 million. The man, barely a right fielder, okay? But they can hit the shit out of the ball. Doesn't matter. Guy stroking the chest got $26 billion, so he don't care. It's crazy. This is my point. When you're running for office, when you're trying to be in politics, you got to raise money like you got a startup, bro. Yo, check out this can opener. It also plays hip hop, and you can do T-Pain's voice with it. And people are like, I'll give $10,000 for that. And then you got to, when you're a politician, like when they asked me to run here for a city council seat, I had to meet with people and they to get, and I was like, oh, fuck this. I don't like this. So most of your time as an elected official is spent calling these motherfuckers on the phone, asking for money. So I don't know about you. But if I give somebody a bunch of money, I tend to not forget about it. I tend to go, and especially if it's a loan. If I just give you the money, okay, whatever, I don't give a shit. But if you're like, hey, man, I don't even know this situation, but which makes it even that much more relevant to the fact that this is how a government official has to operate. That you have to beg for money to give to a campaign that probably is not going to win. 50-50 chance they're not going to win. All right? So the fact of the matter is you are asking for money all day. Do you think you're going to pay attention to the people that don't give you money, like your constituents? Or the giant corporations that sit back and write you one check that can help you sustain a campaign and fend off anybody? I like when Carlos does that old-timey voice. Many people do. I'm an independent, agnostic sophist with existential. That I love. We got some Dolphins fans in the house. Who knew? Who knew we were going to go on a little corporate rant today? But I did. My corporate mind. No, I'm kidding. Local politicians are what make your day-to-day stuff work. That is the damn truth. And so you want to know that. And I do think later on, you want your local politicians to be thick. Yes, thick as thieves. So. Oh, wow, okay. Don't forget to go to Famous Faces and Funnies. Melbourne. They're telling me people are stopping in and going, I'm a topper. I love Famous Faces and Funnies. Amazing, amazing store. You want to hear about a good corporation? Let's hear about a good corporation like Lowe's, Universal. Yeah, now is the time, DTF. Now is the time. Now is the best time. Now is the best time of my life. I love that you did that, Julie. Thank you. Did you say, hey, Topper here? Can we hear about a good corporation like Lowe's, Pacific, Universal? Can I get in the proud circle for a second, guys? Can I? I think I can. I think I can. I want to get in the proud circle for a second because I'm very proud of this. Not to be confused with the not proud circle, which I haven't had any moment like that, but when I do, I will. Okay, so. All my life, I've always dreamed of being a director. Like Steven Spielberg. I love movies. I love TV shows. And I really was obsessed with him. How did he make these movies? What was his motivation? What was his inspiration? So at the time, this is the 80s. You went to the library, young chap. Ain't no bullshit, tic-tac. No get. Damn YouTubes. You went to the library. You read books. And one of the things he always talked about was how he snuck onto Universal property and put his name on a door that was empty and began to work there. And nobody knew. At like 17 years old. He snuck onto the set. He put his, is that not insane? So you know what I did? I did the same thing with Universal Orlando as a kid. I would go, like back in the day, Universal still trying to figure everything out, and they would give you a second day free pass with your original ticket for the day. And so shout out to my buddy Jason Factor, my dog. I'm a different Jason. You guys know Jason Ziegler. I happen to have another great best friend whose name is Jason. If you don't know, the name Jason in the 80s was what Caden is today. I think the name Caden, I hear so many Cadens that it's crazy. Okay? I think that's the new Jason. Not my point. This man is freeing the net and then gifting people. I honestly think we may be talking to somebody from Anonymous here who is Free the Net. I really do. Carlos, I was LDG Free the Net. Yes. Do you think he would want the Tesla roof tile? I just don't take him from me. He's doing things for this show. He's gifting memberships. I was just in the middle of the proud circle. I'm proud of this man. Okay. Wow. Sean, you just made the Batman's day. Wow. Bestest ever. I love him so much. All right. So, Jason Factor. The Proud Circle is close, too close to Proud Boys. No Proud Boys in this Proud Circle. No, sir. So Jason Factor and I would walk around and ask people, excuse me, sir? Do you mind if I have your pass so I can come back the next day? We did this all summer long. We would walk up to people and they would give us, these kids, and these people give us, because like a German tourist, they're not coming back and they're like, doggy, dog. And I'm like, give me the ticket, kid. I look like Fred Savage at the time. 9-year-old Carlos, Fred Savage lookalike. So I'm adorable. I got the dimples, I got hair. Unlike now, I'm badge. So, why thank you, Julie. I thought so too. Because unlike kids today that have every second of their motherfucking summer plotted out. You're going to this week camp, and then we got a camp over here. Yeah, the camp is $10,000, and then you're gonna go to this. You gotta plan every single thing for your kid. You know what my summer was? You want to know what my summer was? You think you're going to a camp? How about Camp Navarro? Your camp counselor's your grandma. Enjoy. There's no camp for Carlitos. So, I asked for the passes, and they did give them to me. And so my mom would take me and Jason up there as much as we could. Now, this is a time when you drove up to Universal, as if you would drive up to a hotel today. You would just drive up to and get dropped off in the front and take a couple steps and you're at the ticket counter. Think about that. I clearly remember it. And so my mom would drop, she'd be on her way to work and she'd like smoking in the car the whole time. So don't be a jerk. I'm picking you up at 5, probably a little later, 8 o'clock. So we'd have like maybe $10. And the whole day, me and Jason would spend going from, and now this at the time, Universal had barely any rides. E.T. was on the fritz. You had a backstage tour, you had an Alfred Hitchcock ride, you had a Hanna-Barbera thing, and that was really it. Ghostbusters, but really this was the time you could get a free ticket. So, DTF, this was before annual passes. I think my parents would go for that if it was like in the era, like, cause you can put, it's like, it's a couple bucks a month, more than a couple bucks, but. So you asked something over here, DTF, where was it? Did you ever get rejected? Okay. And I was going to talk about this when I actually showed you the director's clip that I got, but this is actually kind of better. So did I ever get rejected? I know you were, Tammy, you did, you're back. But where have you been? Tammy, I know where you've been. And yes, that's why you're here. We're interactive, we're funny, we tell jokes, we're happy. We're the most interactive, funniest morning show in the world. It's quite true. Top of the morning is back in PayPal with absolutely a 3/4 chance of happening. Yes, it's all there. It's all there. Huh? What? Oh. Toppers in the house. So, did I ever get rejected? Did I ever get rejected? Yes. And it stopped us in our tracks. Wow. You know what I was going to write here? Old. I was gonna write stealing from Universal, but then that would be really bad because I'm wearing a Universal hat. Old school Universal stories. You know, so I don't want to do that. So, there we are. There we are. Me and Jason Factor. Me and Jason Max Factor. The funniest dudes. All we did. This was the life. Me and Jason Factor. 10, 12 years old maybe. Running around a park with $8 to our name. Drinking water, asking for free shit. Making little lemonades. Why didn't my mom throw me a 20 spot? And it's a great name. It's a great name. You're right. You're right, Sunstage. Rejection can't, but not at a young age. Not at a young age. It's scared that, I'll tell you what happened. This bitch. Yeah, I'll say it. This bitch. Ooh, if I could see her now. So there we are. I'll never forget it. Every time I say I'll never forget it, it's a memory I've constructed off of other memories. So I was doing my rounds, asking random people, and yes, Barbara, we were universal rats, and that's why. See that? That's an S and an R. Our gang name was Street Rats. For real. And so we literally called ourselves Street Rats because we were always in the streets. Me and 3 other buddies got those tattoos. Jason Factor is one of those. Yes, you know you're ghetto as fuck when you get a tattoo with the initials of Street Rat. God damn, I haven't even thought about that in a long time. My God. Is it a little T-Time? Look, T-Time's he's not here. He's on a flight, private flight to the Himalayas. Okay, I see what you're saying with the T-Time Teddy reference there. Okay, I got it. Okay, it is directly reflected. E-Fresh. E-Fresh. We got it from Aladdin. We got it from when the guy slaps down Aladdin. He goes, "You worthless street rat, and only your fleas will mourn you." Remember that part? That's where it's from. What did my wife think about it? She thought it was sexy as hell. DTF, here's one thing you got to understand about my wife, okay? I think we're out of I think we're more in like my regular vibe. You notice how like when I just want to chat with you guys more like this? My wife was a sucker for bad boys. And I ain't talking Martin Lawrence and that slapping guy, Will. I'm talking about me, baby. Bad boy, bad boy, bad boy, bad boy, bad boy. I'm bad boy. I got tattoos from lines in Aladdin. That says it all. No, honestly, she liked that. She was dating some freaking nerds. You hear me? I'm not gonna call you out by name, bro. And yeah, maybe I did steal your girlfriend. Maybe I was the original Trey Songz, Mr. Steal Your Girlfriend. Maybe I was. I don't do that shit no more. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was my aroma. At the time, I was wearing a lot of Tommy. Maybe it was my style, my grace. At the time, I was driving a lowered Honda Prelude on dubs. Oh, I macked her so bad. I knew she was so hot. She is so hot. That I was like, yo, when Megan, my wife, so funny. First time I was like, what? I pulled all the levers to make it happen. It was the street rat aroma. Look, DTF, here's the funny thing. It's so cool. It's lowered. No, he drives really slow. He literally cannot drive fast. It was the Hispanics one. Mira, mami. It was. You know you white girls love a little bit of Spanish flavor. Hola, mami. Oye, Megan. I see you hanging out with all these. This is what I did. This is how I got her. Oye, mami. I see you hanging out with all those white boy the land losers. Like they got a stick up their ass. Look, I don't want to be your man. I want to be your... I quoted a Tupac song, which I can't say right now. Let's just say it worked, guys. Let's just say it works. My sextosterone is through the roof. The doctors looked at it. My blood was tested. My levels of sextosterone break glass. Telling you guys. Hey, Tammy, I just want to know, what is your address really quickly? Trump, don't go looking for Tammy's address just because she made fun of you. Okay, Trumpy Dump? Okay, Carlos, just because I like you. Top of the morning, #1 show. #1. Tammy, you cannot be doing this shit here. I'm trying to stay on the air. Titty Rex in the house. No, I'm mad at you. I haven't seen you in forever. I'm mad at you. I'm not talking to you. Yo, I could give you guys some great tips on how to stay married for a long time that I had to learn the hard way. I wasn't even trying to make that fun. Oh my God, it's so funny. You're in the snow? Holy shit. 48 degrees in Gainesville. It's just, you know you can make it. You can at least leave a comment when you watch it later. Aha. At least Barbara's here saying top of the morning to you. Nah, CP, I hope you guys are doing good. Ooh. Wine is a great thing for wives. Wine and wives, they just go together. CP in the house. Good to see you. I got lucky, guys. I really did. The big reason I got so lucky with Megan is that she knew me from the show. You know, they listened to the radio station. So did her mom, which is my mother-in-law. And now, obviously. And so it kind of bought me into, like, they kind of knew who I was. She definitely knew. Like, here's the truth. Megan is officially my first stalker, okay? and I'll tell her this. I don't care if you're watching right now, Megan. Call in. She was watching me on DVDs when I was performing. It's true. And this is what I love about it. And she would watch me because we would put out these DVDs like of us performing in all these spots, and like so she got one of the DVDs of her, and she watched it, and she would watch me in the studio. Okay, and she was like, "Oh, he's so cool." She told me this later. I was like, and then she got me. She got me. Most beautiful, most talented woman. Good, man. Oh, she knows it. You know, there's just got to be something, you know, I don't know. I think there's something like I'm thinking of you guys. You know, I know CP. Dude's tough. He's got that little bad boy side to him. You know, I think what is it about it? Like, you know, I hope my daughter, quite frankly, doesn't have that. I hope she dates or ends up dating somebody who's nice and balanced. The wild side, little calm side. So all these times she comes in your room acting like you're a goof or embarrassing. Yes. Yeah, she loves that shit. She loves that shit. She was a young woman swooning over black bean. I'm telling you guys. Oh, so are mine. So are mine. But it's an aura. It's a swagger. Oh boy, don't be hitting them. Don't be hitting them in the car. Why do I see T-Rex's little arms hitting you like this? Don't do that shit. Oh yeah. You know, he had to take that pic at some sort of wedding, you know. We get that nice pic. I tell you what, though, I appreciate the kind words, but there is no doubt in my mind that without the balancing that my wife has given me, I could possibly become a madman. It's true. Not now. Not now. Like, but I think in our journey, you know, I met her when I was 24. And by that time, I had already lived an entire life. And so far, I think if this was the candle that I was burning, and if I was burning it down this way, by that point, I think I had burned it down to here. And what I'm talking about is just my luck. Because literally this whole time that I'm just like having fun, partying, getting arrested, drinking, wild man, but still being successful and doing shit all the way down, but then getting arrested 3 times, blah, 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 and then literally majority of that time, not a single soul, and I'm not blaming anybody for this because some people say I'm a hard guy to talk to in general. So could you imagine coming up to me and saying, hey, Carlos, you got to quit drinking. It's ruining your life. You're literally fucking everything up. But there were some people that could have. They definitely could have. But they just said, keep drinking. Keep drinking. Have fun. So one person didn't do that. My wife. Because she still, to this day, doesn't take my shit. And I can throw some shit out there. And I don't take her shit either. And that's what a successful marriage is. You take a certain amount of shit when you know you're wrong. You give a certain amount of shit every now and then. But it cannot be off balance. You guys are doing a fucking weather report while I'm dropping dimes on marriages? Whatever. Listen here, Black Bean. You need to quit drinking. Oh, man. Guys, we did it. Next episode. Now we got a member show. I think I'm going to do it this Monday. What does that mean? Okay, what does that mean? First off, make me laugh, make me smile, or make me dance. The new segment. By your comments. Say something that makes me smile. Say something that may make me dance. or something from the show. Now make it from the show. You see what I'm saying? I heard something over there. So Monday, I think I may do a member show. Dancing is limited in the truck, except the erotic dance of lambada. Yeah, we're going to be doing member shows on Monday. But the tough part is that I help with the kids get ready to school, and I can't just leave my wife. It's just not going to happen. And I can't do a show every day, obviously. I mean, I could, but I'd probably go crazy. So I want to do something on Monday for the members. And the membership on YouTube, Sammy Boy, if you want to pop, there it is. I thought you had it up there. Is pretty affordable. And what I'm going to make that, it's basically like $3.99. I think you can pick different ones. I should really know that. I'm sorry. But I'm really just more excited about the members coming on board and then figuring out cool things to do that. Like a party that we're going to have for members at Frogger's coming up soon, later this month, probably the beginning of next month. Because yeah, I'm going to be a Savannah Banana. Yeah, I'm not a baseball player, but I'm just going to pop this in here just for you guys. I got a call from the CEO of the Savannah Bananas, Jesse. He likes me a lot. He sees big things with me. The team that they got over there is unbelievable. They're about to take over the world. They're about to do Savannah Bananas are about to do a game at Raymond James Stadium where the Buccaneers play. Who do you think might be on that field making the audience laugh, doing bits? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I just got to say, it's happening, y'all. It's happening. It's happening. Thank you, Julie. A lot of great things happening right now. If you're going through it, understand it's a cycle. You're going to get on the other side of it. All right? You want a membership? This membership is going to bring in a lot of cool things, man. It's going to connect to hookups, because I don't want to do like 17 different membership areas. It's like YouTube is it. I want people to go to YouTube. I know you've been following the progress, Julie, all the way, and your support really means a lot. DTF, man. You're going to, man, it's really cool what they're doing there. They're really trying to build, it's not just announcing, they're really trying to build a league and shows and sketches and really build out that brand. And so I feel really honored to hopefully be a part of it here. So I'll be heading out next week and going to Georgia and doing like a little run through. It's gonna be kind of cool. So I will for sure be doing shows out there. And I'm just grateful for you guys. Thank you guys. This show, it means so much to me in so many different ways. And you guys who watch it, every single one of you guys who watch the show every single time, thank you. Thank you, thank you. If you're watching it live, just like you guys are, oh my gosh, thank you. And if you're watching it later, you've gone back, you check up on it, you watch a couple minutes from the show here and there, it means the absolute world to me. So thank you. My sponsors are fantastic, and I got to give them all the love in the world. Pretty soon here at the end of the show, I'm going to be, showing them a lot of love. And if you're a member too, like Julie and DTF and Sunstate and Shammy Boy and EME, Barbara, it's going to happen soon. It's going to happen soon. I could see you being blessed. If you are a member, man, just thank you so much. The To The Top family. That's what's up. Today will be a great day. To the top. Never stop. Peace.